Welcome everyone back to the channel, and today you join me at Weston Pools on the Jack's Pool, where we're having a fantastic silverfish session. Early spring, had some maggots left over in the shed and thought, you know what, why not bring them down, get them used up, a few hours fishing for silvers. Probably because we're not going to be fishing for them soon, because all the carp and F1s will be waking up and it'll all be cast as shallow and catching loads. But I just thought, why not come down, nice weather, and catch some fish on maggots. And we're catching really shallow, catching like 18 inches deep. We've had a big F1, we've had some chub, mainly eyed, odd little roach like that, but it's a nice way to spend a Sunday afternoon. But we're not here really for that to talk about today. We're talking about my YouTube channel is a year old today. Now, it's been a year since I started the channel, and to be honest, I've learned so much. There's a small roach now. Learned so much about my fishing, myself, my filming, other people, chatting to other people, learning all that side of it, which I never thought I'd be bothered with a few years ago. Now, it all started with Joe Carras giving us a nudge and helping us out, setting it up. And to be honest, I've not looked back since. I've really enjoyed it. It seems like you can't believe it's been it's been a year since I started my first video over on Jack's Pool that I'm on today. Oh, a bit better one. On peg 4, where I caught some barbel down the edge, and that's where it kicked off. Now, just going to run a few of my favourite highlights for the year. First of all, got to be when we were in the lockdown, is the first little series did is about the shotting patterns for the Preston range of floats. Now, you may think, why has he got a load of elastic out here? But there's a single 5 in, just a bit of fun. But catching eyed like this, look at this. Probably a pound, that one. Fantastic fish to catch these eyed. But it's the little series, like I said, going back to it now, what we were chatting about is the floats. With the shotting patterns, the right sizes, just to give you a rough guide. They weren't set in stone, but they give you a really rough guide of what to use. And I feel like it helped a lot of people out. Now, it's nice just to give something back, and people are really nice with the comments and supporting, like subscribing, commenting, liking, and it's just nice. I think I left that first lockdown with just over 1,000 subscribers. Look at this solid now. 1,000 subscribers, and to be honest, I wouldn't have dreamed of that when I first started. I just thought, you know what, I've been doing a few Facebook videos and Joe nudged me, why don't you put it on YouTube? Oh, it's come off. It's a shame. Why didn't you put it on YouTube? And that's how we started doing it. But like I said, I've had a lot of people ask me about the other range of floats, the carp shallows, the edges, the diamonds, and I'll be doing shotting patterns for all them, but I just wanted to make it relevant for the time of year we're fishing. You don't really want to be shotting up an edge float in the middle of winter when you're not going to be using it for 5 to 6 months. But make sure it's nice and relevant, so when we get it back on the bank, them rigs are shotted correctly, you can catch some big carp. But that was one of the nicest things on my lockdown. And then, probably looking back, when we come out of lockdown, we started to go fishing. Now, this is really, I don't want to pull the elastic out there. That's ridiculous. Looking back, when we come out of lockdown, we went to the clay pit, did a jigger video. Now, I feel that was probably one of my favourite videos to fish. Feeding some pellets, I think it was, long, lowering in the jigger, catching loads of fish. And people are a bit dubious and don't really want to fish the jigger, or might not know. So that's why we thought, do that video. And to be honest, it's probably one of the most popular videos. I really enjoyed doing it as well. So just looking back on that video, it's just nice to get out, and catch some fish after that lockdown period, and there was a lot of people fishing. Now, probably one of my favourite videos through the summer months was, there's a lot of fish in this peg now, is through the summer months when I was on Stretton fishing hard pellets in the deep water, big 8mm, big angry fish. We're fishing with 15 hollow elastic, clunking some big carp. I just feed it now. Clunking some big carp short, and really enjoyed making that because it's nice just get in the mix of some big fish on the short line, big angry fish on like 0.15 lines, and something that pulls back really hard. But probably one of the most popular videos on my channel, and the one I probably enjoy the most, if you sat here and said what was the best video you enjoy, is the Fishermania report. Now, people often associate fishing with just sitting back and relaxing, but when you're fishing for that sort of money on Sky, a lot of pressure on you, you can go through so many emotions. Like I spoke about in my video, I was saying when the draw, hands were sweating, I couldn't move, I didn't know what to say or speak, and it was just all a bit surreal. Being in the company of like Andy Bennett, Jamie Hughes, all them people, and it just doesn't get spoke about enough, I don't think, in fishing, the emotion side of it. Say if I was playing this fish now and it popped off like that other one did before, it doesn't really matter today, you just go out and get another one, but in a match, it'd probably be the end of the world, and you can go from highs to lows, and if it was a 10-pounder, you'd be buzzing. And I just really enjoyed it, and people seemed to enjoy the video. They said I was very honest, and to be honest, I just tried to be the truth. I didn't want to lie and say, oh yeah, I felt all right. I didn't. I was cacking myself, to be fair. Look at that. That is a big hide, that. Look at that. If you haven't been to this lake, there's some fantastic sport to be had. And his mouth is covered in maggots. But I keep going off topic, but I keep catching a load. But yeah, my Fishermania report, that's one of my favourites. I just look back and think, yeah, it was a nice little scenery, that as well. Nice little drop back behind, and just spoke the truth, and people really enjoyed it. I had a load of people come up to me about that one and say, oh, thanks for being so honest, and they really enjoyed that one, speaking about it and all that. But one of the most interesting, but I couldn't believe how many people done it, is the 11-minute challenge. Now, it was just a bit of fun, just speaking to Kaylee and Winning Ways. Thought they'd try and do it, and it's not kicked off massively. There's a few people done it, but I keep seeing more and more. Ooh, keep catching some big hides. I know I keep going off topic, but it is enjoyable. It's swirling there now as well, but it's come off. Let's shallow up. But like I keep seeing it pop up now and again. I think I've seen 5 or 6 people do it now, but hopefully with people getting out more in the summer, you can get it filmed on the phone, send it in some group chats, have a laugh, see how many you can catch or beat your mates. But that's one thing, it's just nice to get involved with a few challenges. It's quite hard to do challenges by myself because I'm just here filming. I can't really do a challenge against someone because I haven't got anyone with me most of the time. But that's why it's nice just to put it through. They can see it. I know Kaylee's got a few challenges lined up in the summer, so we'll have to watch out for them. But that was one of the nicest things I've seen. And to be fair, one of the nicest things about it is everyone's getting involved, and a lot of the time you can get a bit fixated with match fishing, and that's what one of the lockdowns give us, the pleasure fishing. Like coming on today, if this is a Sunday normally, I'd be on the lakes fishing the match, catching fish, trying to understand it, trying to work it out, trying to win. But instead I'm just sat here catching these hides. They're probably getting neglected all summer because there's loads of carp and F1s in here, but what a fantastic sport you can have. Just got a little F1 fine, set about, it's probably 18-inch deep that now. Single 5 elastic through a match kit, catching loads of fish. So looking back, I can't believe, to be fair, I've had 4,000 people subscribed nearly in a year. I never dreamed of that when looking back of them targets. I never set myself any targets, to be honest. I didn't think anything like that would happen. So it's just nice, and once again, I know I said it in my vlog, but thank you to everyone that's always supported us, comment, like, subscribe, and if you haven't, hit that button, because it really does help make the channel, and it gives me the motivation to go out and catch some and film it for you guys. Look at that one now. Don't know what that is. Nice hide again. But if you haven't subscribed, please do, because it gives the channel and me the motivation, like I said, to get out and get you guys filmed and in tune to what's going on in my fishing world. But that's a big hide, that. Look at this. I know, I just enjoy myself now. Look at these. Look at that one. Like I said, I've got a few things planned for this year. I've also just had the Back to Basics come out with the first video, and to be honest, I really enjoyed making that video and the concept of helping people. Now there's a lot of people coming into the sport, and I just want to make sure everyone can learn a few tips and tricks to catch more fish, because there's nothing more enjoyable. I've seen it a few times walking around here at Weston where there's a few people not catching and they catch one and they're absolutely made up, and sometimes you take it for granted what you know. So what I wanted to do is put it back into the channel so you guys, if you're not unsure like how to tie a jigger, how to tie a dobbin rig, they've gone down really well, so I thought why not just get a big series going for you guys to learn anything. If you know it already, you know it, but if you watch it and try in a different way that I do it, I'm not saying my way's right all the time. Big fish, that one. It's trying to run me to the far bank. I'm not saying my way's the perfect way, but I'm just showing you guys how I do it all. That's why we brought the series out now. Pulling back this one. Now, with the future for this channel, we obviously hope we keep going for many, many years, but we'll try and get a bit more fishing in. And as well, we got the Back to Basics series. Look, left one. We've got the Back to Basics series going now, but also I want to get out fishing a little bit more. I listened to a few podcasts, and I think it was Dean Macy was on about the other day. And I'll try and hold him up for you. Just a little F1. Can't get hold of him. Dean Macy catching big barbel or a big chub, and that's what I want to get across, the fun you can have in fishing. It's not all... Ooh, look at that one. It's got a big head in him. It's like a little fantail. It's not all about just match fishing. Just want to fall in love with fishing again, which I haven't fell out of love with it. I just want to get on the riverbank at like sundown or sunrise, catching a big 10-pound bream or catching a big chub on a river where you stalked it, or a big barbel. Or I want to try and beat the PB carp again, which I caught on this channel. So got a few things set up. Oh, just nicked myself with the hook. A few things set up for that. Gonna do a fair bit more fishing, because we've got the Back to Basics for the tactics and tutorials sort of way now, and then we're gonna get some fishing done, because got some new stuff. So we got little GoPros and that we can go and do little mini sessions, either spinning or trotting down the river. Straight in again. Trotting down the river, catching some grayling or chub in the summer months. So that's what's the plan for the future. But once again, thank you guys. I'm going to end on this fish now. It's a nice one actually. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you haven't, please do, because like I said, it gives me the motivation to go. But it's come off. I'll have to have another go. I can have one more go. Got it all set up to end then, and then it come off. Typical. It won't take long to get another one. Should have done my 11-minute challenge on here, to be fair, but it's dying to have another go of that, but I'm going to wait for the summer months for that. Catch some F1 shallow, be able to get some then. And catch another one. Like I say, I know I said it in my blog, it does mean a lot that people are enjoying it, interacting with people. I'm not ending on the small ropes like that. Got to get a big hide or something, haven't we? And I've learned a lot about myself, to be fair, interacting with people, learning along the way new things like filming, photography, speaking on camera, which is quite difficult. I'm not very good at it, but it's quite difficult to do. I was like I say, in a year I've come a fair way because I could hardly speak on camera. I'm not saying I'm brilliant now, but it's a lot easier I find it a lot easier than normal. Just speak on camera. But I've just got to thank the people that have helped me. They know who they are. There's too many people to name. People have mithered for help and give me help. But hopefully we can just end on a nice big hide on F1. Ooh, it's a little substantial. I'll try and end it now, but the thing with fibre elastic, I'm catching big fish. Like I said, thank you everyone again. I know I keep saying it on my blogs and it does mean a lot, it gives me the motivation, but there we go. I'm gonna keep catching these hides shallow. Hopefully a few more F1s will turn up, but we can't moan at that, can we? But thank you again for the support in the last year, and here's to another year on YouTube. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification so you don't miss any future videos.